There is a very sad story right now in South Africa of two young ladies, two very, very young kids who went to the club and they didn't come back. Very, very young. They might have been in their high school years or something. They were found dead in the early hours of Sunday morning after a night out, as they said. I think the girl's name is Tiamo, if I'm not wrong. And they seem to have been cousins or something. And I saw a video of the mother describing their relationship. It's like they always dressed alike and, you know, they went out together and all that. And so there is a lot of conversations online about maybe they drank from the wrong person's hand, and maybe this, maybe this. I'm not necessarily going that route, but I wanted to talk about something that maybe they saw and just didn't see the danger in it. Just the same way you might see something and not see any dangers in it. I want to talk about the devil in the details. I want to talk about the devil in the details being something that I myself, in my days when I went clubbing, had to realize. The devil creates an environment of safety. He likes that. You know, even when the Antichrist rises in the end time, if you read the literature around it, or even if you just look for the verses, there is a verse in Thessalonians where it says, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. When the world starts to feel safe, when the world likes, you know, after all the scare, after all the things that could have been dangerous, when all those things are no longer there, then sudden destruction come upon them. And I think that's the conversation that I wanted to have in this video. I'm not necessarily speculating on, like most people might be doing on social media, to say maybe the girls drank from someone, because there's been stories like that where girls went out, they drank from a man, and then when the man requested for favors, they refused, and then they ended up dead, and the police started looking for that person. There was a Viano story in Hammanskraal that came out concerning that. And so I'm not here to speculate, but the mother did mention something I think was very interesting in the story. It kind of like gives you a bit of a framing, and also when you see the video, it kind of explains some things that she's saying. First, I don't know if they found the girls with their belongings, so then that can spell maybe either a robbery, which for me I would think it's robbery because of the wounds that she described. She explained that the other one had a gouge on the head or something, and then the other one, I think she had a shot or something on the chest. So that video, it's posted by Daily Sun. So if you check the Daily Sun page, that's where you'll see that video where she's describing all of this environment. But then you will see that the girls' bodies were laid almost to the same side. So the heads to the same side, their bodies to the same side. Doesn't look like someone was running. You could say that the second girl was a little bit ahead, but they could have just simply been cornered by two different people, stopping the one and just a scenario. They could have been cornered by two different people. One stops the other one stopped the other one, because it looks like two different weapons from the way the mother was describing it. But I'm just saying, we don't have those details, right? Could have been two different people with two different weapons. One might have had a gun, and the other one might have had something that wounded the girl, something that hit the girl, maybe some object that's heavy enough to have caused the wound on the head, and then the other one just got shot. So, and all the wounds were in front. All the wounds of the girls were in front. They were not like there was a wound behind. So it's not like someone was running away, or, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Two different weapons, two different ways of thingy. So it looks like two. But anyways, the police will release that. So that's why I wanted to talk about the devil in the detail, more than just, okay, these girls maybe got caught up by this type of a person. No profiles that the police have published. So when I said earlier on, the devil likes to create an environment of safety. He wants us to feel safe. Like I speak of this even in light of people that do activism. There is this false view that we can be safe, you know? And in most cases, when we are faced with things like crime, abuse, violence, and all these things, we tend to want that, and rightfully so, right? You feel like, you know what, I should have some safety. I should have some level of safety. But in other areas, the devil creates environments of safety in order that when the red flags rises, you just don't see them. Think about a club environment, right? A club environment, it plays the music that you are playing at home. It plays your favorite playlist. They bring your favorite DJs. And the DJ plays the song that in ways that's just breathtaking. It's amazing. Wow, they showcase their skill. They bring up your song just the right way, the right tune at the right moment. And you know, and then aye. So it just takes you up. There's this, you know, a DJ gives. Wait for it. A DJ gives an unexpected feel. I didn't think I was gonna feel like that. So it's more than what I expected. Do you hear what I mean? Like it's more than what I expected. So I expected, I know the song, I know when the drop comes, but then the DJ adds this feel to a song that I was not expecting. He adds these skills on the song, the same song that I might have been listening to. So he creates even a better experience in the song. That very same song that I was listening to, and I created this amazing environment for myself, and it was just, you know, it was innocent. You wouldn't have suspected anything, you know. It's the same environment. That same environment. It feels like it must be the same. It is the same, right? Is it the same? I became a videographer, like late part of my thinking. I had a friend by the name of Shandu. He was a DJ, and he used to get hired and called and stuff like that. And so he would take me with him, and I'll end this gig once a week where I'd go and shoot either his clips or him playing or another person playing or something along those lines. But he would mostly have me out there. When they called him, you call me. And this is the days when I really looked at the club and I saw the devil in the details. You know, of course, when I was there was a moment when I had to see the devil in the details. And I bet you, even everyone who has been in the club and left, they saw the devil in the details. They saw, wait a minute, yes, this song I like, and it creates something more than what I thought I would have, the type of an experience I was expecting. It creates more than that. But even though it creates more, an experience more than what I know from the song, they were still able to see through the devil in the details. You know, in my time when we went to the club, story of a different day, I saw a fight start over someone just stepping over someone's shoe. A fight will start, an entire fight will start. Life-threatening fight. Knives out, bottles flying, everything. And then you start to see, wait a minute. Oh no, so this is not that environment. You see, the environment in the song, which I'm definitely enjoying, I'm there busy. The song is doing the things. That environment is a lie. You see, that environment is a place of safety. So it deludes me to feel like, yeah, that's that environment. It's that homey environment that I had when I was listening to this song in my earphones. It's the same. It's the same environment that I had when I was like, yeah, you know what, this song is just smashing. And then the DJ creates a better experience out of that. Yeah, no, it's further. Now we are dancing. It's all night now. Now it's all night. So you see, that environment is only in my head. Because not everybody, and I can tell you, during the days when I went to do videography and all these things, and I would shoot these videos, that's when I started to see these faces, and I'm like, look at everybody else, and look at this person. Look at everybody else. Look at everybody else. There are those guys that stand at the counter. They're not there to buy anything. They're just looking at the cash register opening. And every time it opens, he peeks. You think it's that environment, but what's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? You know, when I was doing this videography, you know, I would have guys walk up to me and say, "So how much is your camera?" Now, I'm not deluded, and I'm not in that environment that they are in with their songs and their playlists. I might know the songs because they play out there and whatnot, but I'm not in that environment. I'm not thinking, I'm not deluded at this point that this is thinking. So I'm like, no, you know, it's just, it's not serious. You can just go online and look. Now, once you put a price tag on it, you don't know what's going on in that person's mind. So there's a lot of speculation. People say, no, maybe they drank money from the wrong person. But you see, it's this environment where the devil is in the details that presents all kinds, whatever scenario comes out of that, where you start to feel safe, and then you start to have your expectation and more than your expectation met, and you start to have fun, and you start to feel like, you know what, this is exactly and more than what I expected. That's where the devil comes in. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them. So when you think of that verse, yes, the verse is talking about when the Antichrist comes and he presents the Israel with the peace deal, and they completely accept it, and then boom, the world goes upside down. But if you think about it, that's the devil's strategy. Makes us feel safe, feel like there's nothing of danger, will not be harmed, we are safe. And that's where he looks to. Maybe the ladies just completely forgot time. Like I said, it could have been a robbery. It's not necessarily that there was someone, it could have been a robbery. They just looked, as the articles are saying, this happened at Sunday night. So, which means it's possibly that they went there to the club on Saturday, I don't know exactly, or they found them in the morning of Sunday morning. But you see, the night didn't look as dark. The devil was not, it didn't look so dark. It looked like, it's still fine. We're going 2 blocks away. We just go turn here, jump that street, and then go on the other side. And then boom, we are home. See, it plays out in your head simple. You just jump a street over there and then you're home. But you don't think about all the other details. What about that other dodgy corner? What about that corner right there? What about the people that are here that are completely just looking? I remember at one point, me and a friend of mine, we were playing at a game shop. It was the first time I got robbed when I was in Joburg. I didn't have anything because I didn't walk around with my phone. But I had a friend who was a bit ignorant to that. And when we were playing the game, we were at a game shop. There was a game shop in Hillbrow, near a spa shop. It's kind of like a shopping small center and stuff like that. There was a game shop right below, back in the 2000s, 2003, 4, and so. And he had one of these fancy phones. When phone designs were still a thing, HTC, sliding phones, whatnot. And he had one of these phones, these Nokia phones that the screen slides out, and I forgot the name of the phone. And he kept taking it out. And I was looking at him and I was like, dude, and he's like, yeah, whatever. We're playing snooker there. I love playing snooker. And so we're playing snooker, and then And you know, people sit around when you're playing the game because they are watching the game, or you know, it's a sport, it's a guy sport. Everybody wanna watch it or they wanna play, and then people determine whether they wanna play you by how skilled you are, basically. So we had a couple of people watching us, and then we finished the game. We're like, no, we're going. So whoever wants to play, they can play with someone else. So little did we know, when we went out of the shop, some of the guys followed. So bright lit environment, nothing looks dangerous, but it wasn't even that we went past the street, crossed the road. The moment we turned one corner, we didn't even go one corner, boom. The devil is in the details. You just don't see, you know, you assume, no, it's just here. I'm just going to cross the street. I'm just going to go over there. And just that one street cross, it's just enough. The devil in the details. I just don't see it. You create this environment in the back of your mind, you know, it's safe. It feels safe. It feels safe. And then you don't see areas of it that are not safe. Can't you know you are not safe at this point? Boom. That's where the devil strikes. And that's where the devil wins many people. Is that the details they just don't see. Condolences to the family. Strict Reality Show. We do daily Christian commentary videos. The devil can convince us we are safe. What comes after that, he's not telling. You know, you listen to people who are activists, and they paint this image of a future where there's no crime, there's nothing, and you're like, I know you believe in this cause and you believe in fighting for people's rights, but do you think what you're proposing, do you think this idea of do you think that's... The devil loves to present innocence, peaceful, you're safe. He presents that all the time. That's why you'll hear people, when you hear people who maybe got into a very hectic situation with crime, whatever it, they'll tell you, no, everything was fine, I just turned around. You see, no, I just turned around. So that one moment when I thought everything was fine, when I just turned around, then boom. You know, think about the time when AKA got killed. It looks like the difficulty. It's when you are inside. Do all of that. Oh, now you are safe. Now we can go home. Oh yeah, no, hand taps. Kanti, that's where the danger lies. It's when you feel like, oh no, we've been here for so long. Like, yeah, it's all good. Kanti, that's when the danger comes. The devil always presents what looks like peace. Because peace, it allows us to pull down our guard. No, it's late, but don't worry, it's just here. Be careful of the details. Is it okay? See you later.